happened. Because what I was about to say is every single time that I want to come over here to YT land, I get interrupted. I just saw a blinking light. Vroom, vroom, vroom in the background. How is everybody doing? I haven't been on live in a minute. The collective, we are still transmuting and seeing. We've actually now we're in the stage because the sun is at 7 degrees Scorpio. Hi, Stephen the Dragon. Well, you've been busy. I am right now, and I'll announce it to the world, I am in Detroit, and I'm going to have to take off my earbuds for a minute and charge because I'm never, ever prepared for all of this when it's time to go live. And I mean that because we just know when it's time to jump on. We're sending out different signals and messages to one another in all types of different ways, aren't we? So whenever you're watching YouTube videos now, especially from the most ascended, pay attention to what's in the background. Pay attention to what's around you. Extra, extra conscious whenever you're out in the matrix and getting you Chit. Just realize that your reality is tuned to you in more ways than you could ever possibly imagine. In fact, your reality is magnetizing to you. Everything around you, whenever you leave your house and inside your house, is in some way, shape, or form like a tarot card reading. You are now a master creator. You're now a master creator. You're now a master creator. Your story isn't written for you anymore. If you've cleared your ancestral karma and you've been walking with me and you got on this crazy spaceship in 2018, do y'all remember that when we got on that spaceship? Oh my God, if we knew now, we wouldn't have done it, right? But aren't we glad we did? Because now we realize why we're all here with this crazy insanity of the jab and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, that we knew that pharmaceuticals, that's how they were going to come after us. We knew that. But no matter, we have transmuted through all of it. The collective has hit Chica. We got Natalie and Neo coming in. She just woke up, so I won't do it to her. If she's all pretty, I would have flashed the camera the other direction. I'm in Detroit. We are launching STARMate. We are launching STARMate. We're launching STARMate. You ready to meet more of you in your area? Are you ready to meet more of you in your area? You need some extra ching, ching, ching in your pocket? Because that's what STARMates do. It's coming. I'm going to come on and do more about that. But I'm here launching that in Detroit. So if you are in the Detroit area, or you can even get close to me, a STARMate event is November 7th and November 20th. We're the November 7th, 6th. We're doing it last minute. This is the launch. It's kind of like a restaurant launch. So we are offering even discounts on it. And for the first one, and what we have done is I have devised 32 star points that I do my charts with, that everybody needs to know what star energy you have in your natal chart at least, because then that tells you what your powers are, or it tells you what you need to clear, or it lets you understand where you're hearing your information from. But it does connect into what your powers are, your telepathy is. Do you hold space? Are you more macro? Are you more micro? Like, because it don't matter what your bloodline is anymore, especially, I mean, it really does. It does and it doesn't. It does to you, because your bloodline is going to give you a different power source in some sense of the way, but then that's going to be your reaction to what I'm saying is most of us starseeds, man, our charts are tuned to AB negative. You might be an O blood, but your chart energy's tuned to AB negative and shit. Maybe it's galactic AB negative. I mean, so understanding your energies, and that is what multidimensional personality is all about. It's what the rainbow bridge is about. It's understanding the different perceptions. It's understanding where we are and getting back to your highest energetic. It pulls you out of the zodiac. Now it pulls you out of the zodiac to 0 point. So in the event, you're going to learn your star points. So when you come to an event, you can write maximum 20 people per event. So that's why I'm saying these are coming to your area, but I've also created this to where you can buy everything you need to launch them in your area. Because as you launch them and be in these events that you get to keep the money for, and it's all easy. It's all laid out. There's only 32 star points. I tell you how to pull a chart. You go and look and see if they have energy in there, and you write it down. That's all you got to do. And I have it all laid out so that those are going to be available to start launching these events in your area. And the 32 star points, there's menus, and I didn't bring them out here, so I guess I wasn't supposed to show them yet, because I'm going to do more on this. But each energy has a set of questions, and they're fun. They're fun questions, but they'll make you remember. Because those questions are devised in order for you to remember this energy of you. Because no matter, we're all in one big zodiac, y'all. We're all in one collective body, period, dot. If you're got a lot of Libra energy, that's why when you meet us Libras, we're kind of all the same in a way, and we're weirdly, oddly connected, aren't we? Well, Libra would basically describe that Lyran energy from a galactic standpoint. There's a lot of different energies down here. We all work together. So, and then especially when you're going through ascension. So anyway, they're little fun menus, and they're all color-coded by channeled colors. And when I brought in these colors, I legit, because I was channeling them in Hermosa Deep. And the colors are all very specific on the menus, and they'll be what's launching and the rest of it, because we're having some other products and things to come out once you understand your star point. Some different cards and things to help you read this energy in your reality, so you can start using this as an additional tool to help you through this next 4-year cycle. And we've been working really hard on them, backing out information to get it down to where you can utilize it in your current now, no matter. So when you come to an event, you get your star points, you get menus that have channeled rainbow energy, so you can see the colors. And then you fit it. It's like speed dating. We're gonna set you across from each other. Every 5 minutes, you'll have them circled on your menu, and you get to a new person. Do you have the same, or do you have different ones? No one's asking you these yet, and you spend 5 minutes asking each other the questions, and it'll blow your mind whenever you start talking to other beings that have the same energy as you. And you start answering your questions. You're going to be like, what? You mean that happened to you exactly like that? Because what it is allowing everyone to see how very connected we are, and why crap happened, or why it kept happening. So there's questions in there that make you, no matter, think about things, as well as your gifts and your powers and telepathy, or all these little things, depending on what the energy is. So, and then you stay and mingle. You can have them anywhere. If you're hosting them, you can host them at the beach. You can host them wherever. These we're hosting at bars and restaurants that we're partnering with for specific reasons, energetically, even some of them. in order to raise the energy around specific places that it's there even, and partnering with local communities and restaurants and bars in order to attract more people to their establishment and work in partnerships together, because we want everybody to stay and have a good time afterwards, because we're StarSeeds. We like to have fun. And we're going to start launching these right now in the Detroit area, Columbus, Ohio, Tampa Bay, Florida is coming soon, Sedona real quick, and then H-Town as well. We'll be coming back to Texas after this, because we've got reps that we're building this out and writing it as we launch it to give everybody an easy guide, so whenever we're ready to get the box out, everyone can go crazy with this. Meanwhile, on the back end, on Facebook is where we're going to build them right now, and like I just said, there's a reason that we're doing where we're doing them right now. This is going to go to a big platform that I've been working on, but this is the mid-stage, and I'm having to dip my toe back in Facebook and see it from another reality now, as we're being a light in the darkness. Basically, our whole point is to pull you out of online dating and get in front of each other. These are co-socials, no vid allowed. We need to get in front of each other, remember how to connect and understand these new energies now that we all have, and see what we can do with it. That's what I'm saying. So we're testing the waters. So on Facebook, at STARMATE Search, if you want to go to Facebook, at STARMATE Search, we've started the page. The event is already up there to buy on Eventbrite, and we're building it right now. Today we're going to be putting t-shirts and stuff and clothes and stuff in there to start the Starwear line, just even different things that are hip and cool that we're buying and wearing that are underneath these different energies. And it's a community of everyone. Even if you can't get to the STARMates event, on there I'll be doing those Star Aeon and Me readings those little dailies I've been doing, I'll be doing over there. And then all mingling with other men and women from across the United States that we're promoting this big time. We've got teams that are going to be promoting everybody going to Q Army, QR us. QR code's going to be on everything for Facebook to get everybody to that site, because you'll be able to put your products on there too. So what we're doing is building a site. So many different ways that you can get in, because and the book is, and then the big book and the cards and all these things are coming out, but no matter, everyone on this planet needs to understand the base roots of what is in these teachings. And this is a lot of fun to do it. And in fact, we're going to have t-shirts and things that are like, STARMate, on a STARMate search, apply within with the QR code back on the back, because for some of this it's kind of like, let's go through the screening process. Meet me here. This is where we can have a date and see what's up, right? So that's how I'm streaming over here as well. So for those of us who are energetic, it gives us a place to meet up other people. And there's returnees. So the first time is usually going to be around $100 because you get your star points, and then we work in dinner with it. So it's a discount like crazy, because if you're trying to get a reading from me right now with the full coaching, that it's $333. I can do a drawn chart with you live and do a coaching. That's $222. A drawn chart is $100, and you get a lot more whenever I do that. But you get your star points and have a little coaching session with others around you for $55 if you're in the Detroit area. This coming weekend, and at STARMATE Search is where to go on Facebook. I'm super excited. We've got tarot cards that are coming out with the zodiac energies from another perspective as well to help everyone understand the projecting from the stars. Right now, everything going through the Scorpio still, and us coming out of Skull and Bones and all that crazy mess. It's like it's fine. It's all done now. The end of October, is kind of like the culmination of so many things energetically, which is why even I raced to Detroit in the middle of all of this, drove all night long to get here because I was on an energy wave. Because the creative energy was culminating, and I knew as a crew and with the Akash and what I've learned about cycles of creation and how to quicken them, and because this has been an area of my mastery here, especially the past couple of years, of remembering how to build with nothing. Which is what we were here to do. I've learned how to ride these collective energy cycles because I understand when the collective's releasing them, right? And it's all star-based because as these planets now are moving around in our star systems, not the other way around. As the planets are moving around in our star systems, what's happening was we're just getting little twirges and little tingles inside of us now on all those planets in between, and then all the humans that are hooked into those different planets, that are hooked into those different energetics, that are hooked into those different houses. So when you understand and remember the cycles of alchemy, and you remember physics, and you remember and whatever your specialty is, because this is what's cool, because we all have these cool specialties. Yes, we do. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Y'all do have very, very cool specialties. Now and in 2022, you're really going to start remembering what those were. But as a human, we don't do nothing unless we get pushed into a cage, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. I learned that really quick, and I still do it. I know I'm doing it. I consciously have done it. I'm consciously doing it right now as an activated, super conscious being. I know that right now, my current, very, very current right now, this second, money status, I did it on purpose to make me hurry up and come over here and get all this stuff done by this October 31st deadline, so we can launch this, so we can ride this train and launch it. And we did, man. We've been to what we put together in a week. We put it all with the crew of beings that came in around me to do it, because in the etherics we had all matched up and we had planned it out at this point, and then you guys come in at certain times. I put out a call, and then certain beings are seeing certain things. Y'all know no matter, you're supposed to get in touch with me, and then you figure it out then. You just follow your intuition. You just talk to that man at the gas station. You just don't know exactly why it is that you're doing what you're doing. Why? Because up here in the etherics, your human self can't predict. It can't. It's impossible to predict. That's what druid and angels and super soldier, you're you're a witch, you're a wizard, you're a sorcerer, That's how I feel about it. I guess Because what it really is that you being attached to all your collective ancestors that are, no matter if it's giving you the source root of the power, if you're the one that can make the final change, or if you're on the crew that was figuring out how to do it in order to take it to the king to pull the trigger. It don't matter. We all work together. But understanding what all those energetics are and where you are right now, because no matter, you're going to end up being both of them. And you're going to have to figure out how to do it more than you thought. Because and this is what, as I'm traveling with my crew and as we're building this over here, the main thing that I'm seeing, that, because I'm just now building in it with all this knowledge too. I'm just now being able to start building with all the knowledge that I've learned on my journey these past 3 years, and all the insane YouTube videos that y'all have been watching with me, but when this turned into a live action freaking mission over here the past 2 years. Before, it was kind of like a talk show, right? Because then it jumped in it. We went live. That's my point. As down here, the reality is you as ancestors and the DNA and how things were set up down here, how this was on Earth, is your story was dictated by your DNA. So if you're clearing ancestral karma, that is what we started doing in 2018, and it was an MFer for those of us who had to come here to claim certain lines for the collective. But now we have all the knowledge from that. So the main thing that I want to remind everybody is you have to keep writing your story. Stop looking to the past. Only look to the past. Only things that come to you from the past, they're the past. They're coming up for a reason to show you something. But don't get stuck in your old story of the past. And that's yesterday. We came here for a quantum leap. And now we even have the energy and the tools available. It's happening now. Manifestation is freaking instant. And the way we're connected and sending each other signs and it's going to get nuts quick, because this meta universe stuff, that stuff it is what it is. That is what they built. We knew what they were doing. But we kind of, if you will, right now, this is why we're so powerful too, and it's why we're changing things so quickly. And we're already to the point we're making stuff appear. It's going to be quick that we're making things appear on the fly, like, oh, I'm eating a banana, I'm going to throw the peel, there's no trash can. Very quickly we're going to be able to make them appear. Now, we're not going to, after this next gate opens in 4 years, it'll be different then, because right now we're all in the structure that they built in a way, except this is what, no matter who you are in your DNA, you're transmuting and connecting into a missing layer that you had somewhere. That's it. But that missing layer, if it's like a little bit of the hybridized tech layer, it actually is connected to the most ancient mummies and beings. And so it's like, when the word meta just means, well, it means a lot. Number one, it's M22 star system, and then it's ETA, okay? And then E was programmed to mind control at 23, because it was a 5, but it was 23. T is 2 lines, so it's a plus sign. And then A is alpha, okay? However, what I'm telling you is that's mine and Buddha and mummy DNA. Like, the more ancient that you have of red root race, then the more meta your projection is down here. It's because that's what was missing. That there was a missing link that we had to come put back in together, linked into the ancient alpha draconic DNA. That's why everyone's changing. That's why the mucus. That's why people are getting ill, but their bodies are just transmuting. It's ascension symptoms, but just don't focus on that. Understand that we are just in our existence, you just sitting there, it's basically like acid on a movie strip. But now it's live. So it's like now you've got spider webs. So each time you send out a connection or a channel to somebody, now that channel exists. If you're people can't even, because you're creating from nothing. So if you want a whole bunch of people to come to your website, then you have to send out at least some channels in some ways for them to come to you, right? You can't just sit there and go, oh, I hope they find me, right? But that exists in everything. That exists in opening up lines to make sure that the money can get to you. And I mean, not just I need a place. No, I mean like opening up, like you need to set up a Cash App, and then you need to send it to a co-partner of yours or a friend of yours or whatever. Have them send something to you. Have them send it to you. Hold like a certain amount, like stuff like that. You have to write it. You have to create a line. You have to do it first in some sort of a way so it exists for then a channel for it to come in from the masses to you for a store or for a deal or freaking whatever. Because especially if you've cleared all your ancestral karma, that information is available. The information is available from all of it. You can dive into all of it. Your ancestors are telling you exactly what to do what I'm saying when you're fully connected. But and this is what a lot of us have been doing for 2 or 3 years. This is also why you opened up that Instagram or that YouTube thing and you never made a video. Or you did those things to lay channels and hooks into those dimensions to call them back in now, because you might want to partner with somebody. You might you'll end up getting on YouTube in some weird way if you did that. But the past 2 or 3 years, what you did was set up a way for that to exist in your now. I hope that helps make sense, because we've all created our new realities. So now we just need tools to remember and be able to see it whenever it comes in, because it never looks like it never shows up like what we think, for the good or the bad, right? Never. It's freaking crazy how stuff shows up, right? And then other times it'll show up exactly like right there in front of you, like it dropped out of the sky, and you're like, what? Well, that's because you're reacting in your 0 point, and you're like that acid in the reality, and it's like it's 2 dimensions crossing over and forming and giving you little clues. Literally, it's like we're all in Alice in Wonderland a little bit right now, because of this conversions and what's happening and changing and how we're changing it all right now at this second, and how the entire race is ascending on a spinning rock in the middle of space, with mummified people buried that are connected to comets that are pulling ancient ancestral energy into our field so that we can all channel it, so we can steer this rock welcome to galactic starseed DNA, right? So anyway, I'm going to close there because we've got a lot to do over here with my crew. Who else on here? I know that I like go off and just start talking and mesmerize people too. Sarah, these will be available in Ireland. These will be perfect for your, and these are like little events that you can do in your living room, y'all. So anyway, I'll be back with more on that. Facebook it's STARMATES search, STARMATES search on Facebook, and then you can also find us on Instagram. Just pull up STARMATES, and we'll be launching who wants to, as more reps come in on there. And if you do need any type of urgent care healing, anything like that, if you'll go, I'll remember to post it underneath here. If you need any type of urgent care in any type of way, or you know somebody who does, y'all can hit me up and email me on that. Actually, we'll put something on at STARMATE Search to book an appointment. We also have POS News, POSNEWS.NL, POSnews.NL. You're going to hear me talk more about that. That's my European partner that's been with me forever. So we're going to be global, like as soon as we launch. You can also buy these things from her Europe site probably by the end of the week. And she's already got some incredible graphics and stuff up there. You can, oh man, the coolest stuff. And we're going to be so anyway, if you're in Europe and on that other side, you're going to have a currency exchange and a store over there that's partnered in, and we're going to have everything available in other languages as soon as we find out which ones y'all want first. So we're going to have these translated and available to buy, to get this information out in a fun way. Everybody understand what they are, and we're waking up the world.